that maybe gives Darwin a little bit more of a pressure point to lift from.
Take what we can get. Alright, I guess this is an athletics check.
It would just be a pure strength check.
Just a raw strength.
Skilled strength.
Yes.
Is that not athletics though? Like, bending bars, lifting gates?
Sure.
Let me check.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to use
athletics. Climbing, jumping, or swimming?
A really pure force.
Okay. Then just do your regular.
Yeah, it's under other strength checks. That's it.
Strength with your proficiency bonus.
I think we've got this settled down though. I mean, you've got advantage and then a plus 1d6.
Advantage. I don't think he has advantage.
For my
aided.
Yeah, Merit's helping.
Oh, right. Yes. Advantage with plus 1d6.
And
Go
some
ahead.
pre-weakening through acid breath. We're really getting the whole team in on this one.
Most of the whole team.
All right.
Do it
We're
up.
counting
Go
on you,
for it.
Darwin. No pressure.
Plus a d6.
Well, and then you get advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 20s for the first one.
I think it's 19.
Well, I guess it's gonna be, looks like it's 19.
19.
Yeah, it's 19.
All right.
So what's
You
the
know what?
19 look like?
Darwin does
So
it.
8 and 19.
Darwin does it.
Nice.
He, to everyone's surprise, gets down low and uses his legs and just drives this huge, massive steel door up. And he's holding it there.
How long can I hold this for?
Until your next turn.
Okay.
Then you'll have to make another roll.
Everyone out.
So, yeah.
Everyone out.
So we're all
now.
crawling down under
Okay,
the
so
door?
it's...
Yes, as the water begins to pour out into the hallway.
Alright, so everyone after me gets to move out there.
Yeah, so
and,
it starts with me.
everyone has a high enough speed to get out there.
Yeah.
So,
Except for Orin maybe in difficult terrain next turn.
I got this handled, don't worry.
Oh, he can dash. Forgot about that.
he can dash. Yeah. So everyone gets
I'm not
out.
sure I want to leave the room though.
No, well, let's continue this with the initiative first.
You wanna
'cause I
con-
have
you-
plans.
Okay. Tarnak.
Well, I'm done. My turn
Yeah,
was
Tarnak,
the acid breath.
we did the body
Valinor.
actions.
I use my... First, I move to Felon's Moore's body, I take it, and then I run out with the body.
Ah,
Well done.
So, what is this? This is 15... 30.
you're a monk with an action. You can do this. You got the move.
Yeah,
That's
I got
awesome.
the move.
And the body's really not that heavy either to actually
Yeah.
impose a weight limit.
Just make a strength check because, well,
Hell, if anything, it's probably floating a little bit at this point.
No,
Yeah.
like, I'm not, like, carrying it, I'm just, like, dragging it.
dragging it, right? But I'm having you make a strength check because dragging it would normally slow you down. But I think that this is a DC 10.
Okay. Let's see how badly I fail this. Strength save?
Yeah, just-
No.
Yeah, just a strength saving throw. Nice.
There you
Wait.
go. Okay.
You just hold
So-
that thing, man.
Yeah. Eleanor hops and skips with the body and then slides under where the water pouring out and pulls the body through as Darvin's still there, just like holding the steel door and like sweat beating down his face and like seawater splashing everywhere.
Wait. I'm not done yet. Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action, Step of the Wind, which lets me take a dash action as a bonus action.
As a
And
free
then
action, you mean?
Yeah. And then I'm going to take the other body and then get out.
Is that key that you have to spend?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have to spend 1 key.
Awesome.
So,
So
you
you
can
get
move double his movement. this
Twice
turn.
your speed?
Yep, so that's another 45.
That's awesome.
That's 15.
Monk's got speed, man.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough to get back.
15, 30.
15, 20, that's 30. That's another 30. So I'll probably have to squeeze out right at the end. That's fine.
So you're gonna be what with the body right behind Darvin?
Yep.
Inside still?
Like
I'm not
I'll,
gonna be able to hold it,
I'll be right behind Darvin, but I'll like toss the body out. in front
but
of
I
me.
can't necessarily hold the door until your next turn. I say,
Yeah.
don't risk it. We have the Felamore's body.
The other dude looked like he died satisfied.
Yeah, we're good. Leave him. We'll get him later.
Because, yeah, I mean, Darvin moves
Okay.
before you do.
As I about to go in, they say don't, it's not worth it. I stop and like
Yeah.
You already got all the valuables you needed from that body.
I stop
Okay.
like right there.
Okay. You're like reaching your hand through to pull people through.
Yeah.
Alright, Pecola and Felon Jr. They leave. And then I just put the body there where Bellinor put it. And then the water
Oh wait,
is
and I
now
don't need to use my. Yeah.
the water is now 10 feet. So you're all swimming and your speed is reduced by half.
But I'm holding a door up, so I'm probably weighted to the ground.
You are probably already
Oh, I'm
Holding
your
your breath.
then.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're holding your breath.
I might not get
But
out of this.
well,
No,
I
I like
mean-
that. Let's do that. Let's go with that.
Well, if Darvin had lifted it, wouldn't he be like underneath it, holding it up?
Right, I'm under the water. The water's over my opening. I can't hold it higher than 10 feet up.
right. You're right. You're drowning. So if you look in the player's handbook, it's based on your con modifier, how many rounds you can hold your breath for. Let me,
Well,
can you look that up while I keep it going?
yeah, you keep going.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. Thanks. And then Orin.
Alright, so this is all difficult terrain now.
Yes.
Yep.
Orin, I hate to say it, but you're going to have to give him your vial of Wayron Blushspit
Give it to whom?
to Darvin. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get out of here.
What do you
That's
mean?
not true. You guys can't
What?
be talking to each other right now. You're underwater, so there's no player talking right now.
Well,
Just
we're
FYI.
swimming, technically.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only half up, so you guys are like treading
Yeah.
water.
They're treading water.
But yeah, I yelled that to him because I can't get out of there fast enough after Darvin. I move after him.
Rob, how thick is this door that's being held up?
2 or 3 feet.
Okay. The
Oh shoot, Tarnak's in trouble.
the
That's what I've
problem.
been saying.
Wait, I'm confused. Why is Tarnak in trouble?
Darvin can only hold it up until his turn, and then after he has to make both a strength saving throw to hold it up, and then
Right.
a Constitution saving throw to keep his breath held. But I don't move after him, so he still has to stay there for a whole other round. Because
No,
I move
'cause
after him.
as long as you can get out, I can get Darvin out, because I'll just grab him and toss him behind me.
All right, I'm going.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point.
Let's see. I'm going to swim to. Oh,
Yeah, I forgot about that. You can pull him out.
I have a question, Rob.
Yes.
How wide are the prongs of my trident from one point to the other?
Are you saying between the four?
Right.
Is it four or three?
Three, try.
Okay. Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sidebar.
So between the two gaps are probably 8 inches.
Oh, okay.
So 16 inches from side to side.
I was hoping I could use it.
That's a
Prop the door.
huge ass trident. Oh my god.
Tridents are big.
Damn.
Yeah, generally, aren't they about that big?
I've never
If you-
seen a trident, so I can't really. I don't run across
It
those
doesn't
in my line
matter.
of
If you
work.
say they're 6 inches, they're 6 inches wide. That's fine.
8 inches.
Eight
No,
inches.
no, not the actual piercing part. He was asking what the gap is between the piercing parts.
Yeah.
Alright,
Right.
suffocating is a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier for a minimum of 30 seconds. When a
Right.
creature runs out of breath, it can survive for a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier. At the
He's
start of its
fine on
next
that.
turn, it drops to 0 hit points and is dying.
Please, I've got
Okay.
plenty of time.
Darvin can hold
Right.
breath for a while.
Alright then.
Right. So
Glug, glug,
can
glug.
you? Okay, so everybody knows that it's a minute.
Wait a
Plus
minute.
your
How
con
is
modifier?
Darvin drowning? If the water's, if
He's
the-
holding
if-
the door up.
yeah,
which
if
is
he's
lower
holding
than
the door
half-
up. The water should be pouring outwards, also, right?
Ah.
Yeah, I
There
was
should
gonna
be a
say
little bit of water outwards.
it depends. It depends on how Darvin was holding it. If he kind of lifted it up with his hands and he's holding it, or if he's underneath it, stabilizing it from below. If he's underneath it, stabilizing it from below, then the water's rushing out, and he
But
can kind
because
of
he's so low.
get some air. I think if that's what he's doing, he can probably get some air when he's like turning his head to the left, like a swimmer does when they do a freestyle,
Yeah.
you know, and he's just like trying to get some breath as the water pours out. But I like the drowning thing more.
Sounds like DM
Sounds
Rob
better.
wants us dead.
I want you to
worry, but-
feel the epicness, and then when you succeed, it will be all much more sweeter. So Felon Moore. Oh, Oren, are you?
all right. So I just have one quick question. As I'm swimming past Tarnak, what sort of action would it be to grab onto him?
Your main action.
Okay. Well then, I will swim past him. No. Let's see. So I'm gonna grab Tarnak as I swim past him, and let's see. I have 25 feet of movement. So I move 12 and a half. And then I'm going to use my bonus action, my cunning action, to dash, giving me another 12 and a half feet. And drag Tarnak with me as far as I can go.
What is your cutting action?
Cunning action, it's my level 2 rogue. Lets me dash, hide, or
Oh, right.
disengage as a bonus.
As a bonus. Yeah. Okay, so you can move your full speed, basically, and also grab Tarnak as your action.
Yes, and that's what I'm going to do.
Well done.
Okay. And you can get out of there.
Hey DM,
Yeah.
how long did it take for the water to start coming down the pipe, like hitting the ground after the hand went through?
Um, pretty much immediately.
So my thought is there can't be that long of a pipe. And how you mentioned how once the water got higher and equalized, it wouldn't be as hard to go up the pipe, right?
I did say that.
I have a plan.
Okay.
So Tarnak, unless Rob says otherwise, you probably end up in the square to my south.
Yeah, you're on top of Felon Moore's dead body.
Alright.
Yeah, nice. I like how you always keep Einor with you. That's great.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and inspect and make sure he's alright.
So that's it for my turn.
Wait,
Felon
Tarnak is
Moore.
not- Yeah.
Felon
Tarnak.
Moore says, "My wife, my child," and then he floats out by them. And now it's Vitari's turn.
I'm just gonna dash and swim to the door and slip underneath.
Okay, and Merritt.
I'm not going to, but I really want to like hurl my trident at that bubble and see what happens.
Why not?
Go ahead.
Why not?
When we looked outside the bubble earlier, we just saw ocean, right? Was there any air separating it from the ocean, really, or was the ocean pressed right against it?
The bubble is the magical resistance between the sea and the air. So the bubble is all that separates it.
So I'm guessing if I pop the bubble, is it safe to assume then that the ocean would come in?
That's only if you assume that you can pop the bubble.
Any objections?
Right.
I mean, we already have the ocean bearing down on us.
As a player,
I
I,
would
say
wait
do
for
it.
the-
As a character, I say don't.
Yeah, as a character, I'm telling you to wait for the room to drain out, and then we can investigate some more.
Okay. How's Darvin looking right now under the door?
He'll have to make another roll after your turn.
Okay.
And
Everyone
he
else.
won't, and he won't have bardic inspiration
Okay.
unless you give it to him.
Okay. Are Balinor and Tarnak out of it yet or not yet?
We're out.
We're out of it.
They're out.
Okay. Can I just run in and as my action just grab Darvin and just pull him with me just to drag him to the other side?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not an accomplice to this, so I'm not actually. I resist that.
Oh, you don't want to?
I don't want him to pull me out.
Do you want me to
Okay.
help you hold the door then? Do you want to keep draining it or?
Oh no, I intend to stay in the room after the door is shut.
Well, I don't.
Mary Darvin just hates you.
Apparently. Have fun
You
drowning,
said I could
Darvin.
hold my breath for a minute plus my con mod, right?
Yes.
So that's 4 minutes if I have a 3 con mod.
Is that what you have?
That's
what
assuming
I
you can
have.
hold the door and it doesn't crush you.
Oh, I don't. I'm moving away. I'm not holding the door. I'm going up the pipe.
Do you want me to keep helping you open the door?
No,
can
he
try to-
wants the door to close so that he can swim away from it.
Right, because when the pressure's equal, we can get up the pipe more easily.
You want
For
me
the
to come
record,
with
we
you?
as characters have no idea that this is happening.
Yes.
Or I
No
guess
talking.
we can't really.
I can't talk. There's water all around my face.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll
So
just
it's
go ahead
Darvin's
and.
turn.
Yeah, I guess I'll just run out of the room then.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
have no idea what's going on through his mind.
Yeah. I guess I would try to like tug at him. He would slap away my hand, so I just shrug and run in the room.
Pretty much. All
Darvin
right.
has like a little grin on his face.
On my round, I let the door drop, and yeah, let's do this.
I'm just there. I'm like, what the hell? What's wrong with you, Darvin?
Okay.
So that was 6 seconds out of 4 minutes, right?
Each minute would be 10 rounds for clarity.
Yeah, so
Right.
User disconnected from your channel.
There
Oh,
goes
crap.
Rob.
User entered your channel.
Hey, Rob.
every minute is 10 rounds, but you've just separated yourself from the rest. So
So if you run into rats, we won't be there to save you.
Rats
Yep.
can't breathe underwater.
Let's hope there isn't like underwater rats or something.
Sea rats.
True
First
that,
thing I'm doing
that's
is dropping my pack, because that's needlessly heavy, and I do that while I'm moving. I guess you get one free item interaction, and then I start swimming up the pipe.
you drop your pack and start swimming up the pipe.
That's what I'm doing.
It's considered difficult terrain swimming, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I can.
Well, everyone has their own swimming speed, actually.
Can't I make an athletics check for swimming? I couldn't do that for the door, but maybe.
The,
I
Oh
can-
yes, you're right. Swimming is an athletics check.
Yes, but you don't have to make one to swim. Like, you can make one to swim up the pipe. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes. Go ahead and use your movement to get over there first.
Oh, nice.
Okay, you can go up it. You're like just the strong man today, holding up the door and swimming against the current. And
Probably
how-
use it
how
as a pipe to squeeze against, and it's equal pressure.
yeah, the chamber is about 75% full, and you have to swim down to get to it. So that's another 5 feet. So-
As a note, though, just while you're describing, I don't have dark vision, and I really doubt that torch is still lit.
It's totally dark in here.
Yeah.
So can I ask how many feet of movement you've done?
This was 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to the hand. So it's
So
20 feet
20.
to get to the hand.
But it costs you 40 because it's difficult terrain.
My only actions are to move, so that gives me 60 feet if I'm moving and actioning. So that means I
Okay,
take another
so you have
20 feet or 10 feet if it's difficult.
right. So you have 10 feet more.
Too difficult.
So you had to swim down 5 feet. So that's 5 feet more. So you can go back 1 square
Wait,
into
why
the
would I have to
piping.
swim down?
Because you're
Because-
high up.
Why was I high
You
up?
were.
It's 75% full.
I wasn't floating. The door
Oh.
was weighing me down.
Oh,
but
you're
when
right.
you let go, then
No.
you float
No,
back
no,
up.
yeah. When he let go, he just swam along the bottom.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So you did like a breaststroke
Yeah. I'm swimming.
along the bottom. Okay. So you have 10 more feet.
Let's do this.
So you swim forward, and you hold up.
I'm in the dark.
You run
it's
into
cool.
a wall. Right. Right there.
Though I can feel those or anything. Like there had to be a gap somewhere to get the water pouring in.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just There we go.
That graphic made me actually feel worse.
What, the water?
Yeah.
That's why I did it. And then, Darvin, you run into a wall there, but then you feel your way to the left. And you go down. Yeah. So, that's the way that you go. And that's
Alright.
where
So
you
he's-
are.
He's
That's
moving
2
based
rounds.
on feel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With his breath holding. So, Darvin, I'm going to leave it to you to track the rounds that you
This is
that
2.
are holding your breath.
2 rounds. Let's go.
2 out of 40?
2 out of 40.
Alright. And here comes Tarnak.
I'm just gonna yell, "Oh no! What has he done?" He's trapped in there. What are we gonna do, guys?
They can try to open the door again. I don't care.
All of you outside can interact freely.
I go into a corner and I start meditating.
I really have no idea what to do because, I don't want to be a dick, but as a person, I wouldn't rather just open the door again. But I
No,
don't
that's
wanna just
fine.
resign him
If
to
you
death.
roleplay like that, that's fine.
Yeah, hey, you don't want to drown the rest of the party. It's a whole, Spock. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
I tried to pull him in.
I'm gonna go over to Merritt and just comfort him and be like, it's not your fault. The way that, what's-his-face did in, Good Will Hunting.
How is the ghost reacting?
So that's a good question. He is visibly lighter, and he says, "Thank you. Thank you for saving my loved ones. But
Wait.
until
yell
I
at him before he
find..."
goes.
You yell at who before he goes?
I thought that he was about to leave.
Oh, no.
The ghost.
No. He says,
I'll let him
"I
finish.
cannot leave until we find the guards' quarters."
If you want us to take you to the guards' quarters, then you better go guide our swimming friend to safety.
I was about to say that. Can you go guide him?
He says, I will do this. You are wise." And he floats towards that direction. Let me see what his speed is.
I forgot all of...
He's incorporeal, and he can transfer between the material plane and the ethereal plane. So the water won't even exist in his ethereal plane. So he can move full speed ahead. And he has a 50-foot fly speed.
Wow.
So
All the way.
I forgot he
Assuming
was
goes
there.
through walls.
And I tell him to tell Darvin that Merritt sent him.
When you can walk through walls and fly, you can get places quickly.
Yep.
Who'd have thunk?
We should all try to become ghosts and get out of this prison.
he's literally floating up. Darvin feels a cold prickle on the back of his neck, and he hears in his ear, in the dark, holding his breath, "Hey."
Roll for wisdom save.
That's creepy
No.
sounding. Hey.
Wow. I wasn't scared before. The ghostly presence in a pitch-dark pipe while I'm holding my breath is gonna make it better.
Hearing that would make me piss the water around me warm.
That's great. Do any of you want to do anything else before we go back to Darvin?
Well,
Nothing
I imagine
important.
it will take some time for me to do, but after I've calmed down from this ordeal, while Darvin's doing what he's going to do, I'd like to just start searching along the wall on the left side of the screen for anything like a catch or a release or I don't know.
Okay, go ahead and make your investigation roll.
Investigation roll inbound. Oh boy.
Vatari
7.
or Merritt, are you either doing anything?
I continue to soothe the woman and child, and you guys have searched the body of the felon, his corporal form. You guys searched his body, right, in the former room?
Nope.
I don't think we did out of respect.
Okay.
I was about to search the other body. But
now the
I
ghost
was
is
interrupted.
Now the ghost is not here. I'm gonna search the body. Particularly, I'm gonna try to retrieve his drowning dead's
Half
sash
dead.
or whatever. Half dead sash or whatever the insignia, if he still has it. And I'm going to search his body thoroughly, in a respectful way.
Felon Moore.
No wet willies.
Felon Moore. His body.
Yes, that's correct.
Rob, can I start a campfire, try to help everyone get warm a bit? Is it too wet for that, or...?
You'll have to go down the hallway a little bit further, because this whole maybe 25 feet of the hallway is...
It's all wet?
Yeah. And
Okay.
the water is slowly, seeping throughout and becoming less high. But the farther you go back, the easier that will be.
I tell the woman and child to follow Tarnak to the fire so they don't have to witness me rummaging through their husband's corpse.
I'm gonna move back over here. It's getting hard to navigate. Okay. Can you spread the flour? Like, I want to spread some of the flour down here so that it can block off the water. Just like a couple little sacks, not enough to actually impede anything. Yeah, just like that. That way that blocks off the water from reaching us.
Yeah, like a dam.
Right. And then I'll just start up a little campfire here, tell everyone come around, get warm. We need to rest up before we go and follow him.
Okay, awesome. Let's take our break.
Okay.
Let's do 10 minutes.
Okay,
That sounds
so
fine. We'll just
at
meet back at
25?
30.
that's
Yeah.
fine too, I guess.
25.
25? Okay.
25.
Yeah.
25.
Chris is on the... Garrett's on the phone, and I'm gotta go pee. So, we'll just take our break now.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be back in 10.
Oh, Bellinor beat me to it.
Just
Any of you
waiting.
guys in the Dungeonscape beta?
I fussed around with it for a few minutes, trying to build Orin, and I was very underwhelmed.
It was complete garbage. Did you hear that they lost their contract with Wizards? They're
Yeah,
no
I saw
longer.
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was garbage.
And,
At least the web version was garbage.
I didn't even look at it, because
Dungeon
all I
Keep
heard was
lost their
negative things.
contract?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried
Yeah.
the beta. It was so bad.
It was terrible. I mean, I feel bad for the people that, for the developers there, but yeah,
It was
a big
trying to
pile of
be
trash.
a virtual tabletop, right?
That was one of the things they were trying to do, but even what they had, which was basic character creation, didn't work all the way.
Yeah. Whatever it is with Wizards, they cannot manage virtual tools.
But like Roll20 is good, and
Yeah,
just-
Roll20 is awesome, but it's third party.
Right, but
you know.
I don't know why they can't make it. Like, it doesn't seem like it would be that hard to make it.
Honestly, I don't know why anyone would try to do anything, because no one can compete with Roll20. Roll20 is the shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 or 3 products that do this. Roll20, and there's a native, like a Java client that people use also. And between those two, nobody seems to want anything else. So
I mean, Roll20 does everything that I need. By the way, I upgraded to a subscriber today because I ran out of space.
Oh, you mean
So
the
now I
mentor,
have-
mentor status, whatever?
Yeah, because I couldn't upload any more images. But so I got dynamic lighting,
Yeah.
but I haven't figured it out yet. So next session, we will put that to use if you're still in a dark area.
Rob,
I,
if you want, I've actually used it quite a bit, so I can help you out with some.
Yeah,
I was about to say we used it for first time last session. They hit the Red Brand hideout in a the Foundelver starter kit during the nighttime. It's underground anyway. And it took me about an hour, and I'm sure you know this, Rob, when you first did it, it took me a while to get used to setting up the walls to make sure they react to the light properly, but the guys were loving it.
Yeah,
Absolutely loving
it's
it.
really good for not only darkness, but just general light of sight tracking.
Yep.
Yeah, I just literally bought it right before we started. But
Now I'm excited for next session.
yeah, I can
We'll be right
totally
back in a
figure it
second,
out.
guys.
What I loved about it is the players could all see different things. Like someone with a torch is going to see a different thing than the other guy. And not only that, if one guy has a stalagmite in his way, which happened because they came in through the tunnel, one guy couldn't see where the other people were seeing, so they were having to tell each other, I see something. It was really great. Loved it.
I had a situation
now
where
I really hype.
my party went down into a cave using the dynamic light, and it was full of goblins who could all see in the dark. So the goblins were shooting at them, and they couldn't see far enough to see the goblins, and they had to like scramble in the dark to try to find cover. It was
great.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
How did you handle dark vision? Did you just give the guy 60 feet dim, basically? Is that how you did it?
Yeah, that's essentially what I did. And because you can make the light shine on a per person or for everybody.
Right.
So.
That's awesome. I can't wait to figure it out.
It's tricky, Rob, DM Rob, because the use that in combination with Fog of War. Because when I first was testing it, what I found is the players could grab their token, and they could literally run around the screen and reveal where all the monsters were sitting. So
yeah,
I lay down the Fog of War and then use the light, and as they enter an area, then I remove the Fog of War in piecemeal, just like you do now, them from doing that. And also there's an option like only update on drop as another thing, but little things like that you'll learn real quick.
Yeah, so definitely the update on drop, and then it might be different for your players, but I've been playing with mine for a long time, so I just asked them like, don't do that.
Yeah.
They were doing it by accident. They
don't be a dick.
It's a new toy, so they're running around the screen like idiots.
Right. Batari, I didn't realize that you were playing Lost Mines.
Yeah, this is our, I think our 4th or 5th week. Very similar to this group. They got the Vandalin, and they're hitting the red brands right now. So
are you DMing it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've got them all recorded. I mean,
really?
I don't know if anyone really listened to them. They're pretty boring, but it's a lot of fun.
I highly doubt they're boring.
I ran my group through Fanalever as well, but it was pretty fun. We actually broke up. The couple people ended up dropping out of the group before they got to Thunder Tree. So for the remaining people, I just put them there and let them fight Fang. Just because we needed to do something for a little while, and they all died.
Yeah. They were on the edge of death, and I learned quickly that the sleep spell is so OP at these levels. One guy just basically casts a sleep. Remember the Nizik, the goblin in the first cave? He's kind of got a beef with Clarg, whatever. So they went to him first, and there's like 9 goblins or 8 goblins or something ridiculous. And the bard cast sleep on them, and they just went around and slit their throats. It was ridiculous. The room would have been lethal if it wasn't for that.
Is Tarnak and Darvin
back? I'm here.
Let's do it.
Let's get back to it.
All right.
So Darvin, go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm feeling forward, and where does this pipe go?
So, how many feet of movement do you have?
Fresh round. This is my my 3rd round, so I'm all 60 feet if I move
60
in
feet.
action.
But half of that because you're
Half
swimming.
of that, yeah. 30.
So 30. Okay. So I'll show you where you move. So you move kind of in a zigzag, swimming back and forth. And you get to that last square. Swimming.
Throughout all this, we can assume that the ghost is telling him exactly where to go, correct?
The ghost doesn't know where to go.
I still
Well,
don't
I
know
mean,
how to use
he can
waypoints.
Because if
I was
he
saying, like, he can see in this darkness, right? Through the fact he's in the ethereal plane.
that's an interesting question. Let me see. It says ethereal. The ghost enters the ethereal plane from the material plane. It is visible on the material plane while it is in the ethereal, and vice versa. Yet it can't be affected or be affected by anything on the other plane.
They got dark vision.
So they do have dark vision.
Yeah.
Okay,
Problem
then he can
solved.
totally see.
Just for the purpose of flavor, like we can assume that he's telling him where to go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. He's like navigate. Well, Darwin would have figured it out anywhere because he can
This is at
feel with
least
his
not a big,
hands.
wide open area.
Right.
At least with
It's
this
kind of
small
like-
narrow pipe.
Yeah, you're kind of. There's only one way to go.
If
So-
it was like a dark open area, that'd be bad because then I'd have to. I don't even know what I'd do.
No, okay, I see what you're
Bad.
saying.
I was relying on it basically being a pipe I could feel through.
But sure, for sake of flavor, Felon Moore is whispering behind Darwin. Yes, to the right, to the left, to the left. Go.
That is not creepy at all.
Okay. Back outdoors, is there any... Tarnak, are you making the fire?
I did that last turn. Well, okay, yeah, because I had to move the sandbag. So yes, I'll make the fire.
Okay.
Actually, can I even do that? Do I have a tinder box?
I
need to
zapped
stop
the
to check
flower.
that.
I zapped the flower
So-
with my firebolt cannon to get it ignited.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cutting out.
Yeah, I do have a tinder box though.
There's your fire.
The ring of fire.
And Eleanor, Orin.
I am currently meditating.
I start walking down the hallway back towards the armor room.
You don't want to meditate by the fire?
No, I'll stay
no.
here.
You stay right by the door.
Yep.
Okay. If no one else, you guys call out to me if you want to do something specific. In the meantime, I'll assume that you're waiting for Darwin, anticipating.
Atari's gonna take a post down the hallway a little bit just to keep an eye on the chamber that we passed through, just to give us some early warnings of anyone coming up on our 6.
Wonderful.
I'd like
Atari's
to
always
search
thinking
the
ahead.
chest that had the silver and the gray ooze in it more closely, see if there's any secret compartments or anything.
Okay. You also identified that flask as a alchemist's fire.
Huh.
Hmm.
Good to know.
So we have
It's
acid
suddenly-
and we have fire.
It suddenly hit you. You were like, oh, that's what it is.
Which is why the stopper couldn't be broken, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, Darwin.
All
You
right.
move this way.
Round 4.